So I want to share an experience with you about a whitewater rafting trip my wife and I went on. We are all about traveling and living in the now and creating memories. So we went to Denver a few years ago and we decided to go whitewater rafting. And we talked to a friend of hers who had went before. We're trying to determine if we're going to go on the beginner, the intermediate, or the advanced route. It's just a matter of length of the route and the class of rapids, 3 or 4. So we decided, well, let's do the intermediate. We might as well do the intermediate. We can handle the intermediate. After talking to her friend, she said absolutely. So we get to the place, we get all geared up. It takes quite a bit of time. They get all your safety gear for a couple of reasons: to be safe, life jacket, helmets, but also because the water is extremely cold. So our wetsuits, things on your feet. Get us up to the buses where we're going to start. And they go over some basic stuff, paddling, strokes, this is how we do this, back and forth. And they talk about the paddle. And they said the paddle is extremely important. It's also extremely dangerous. Like, okay, extremely dangerous. Okay, so let's hear more. So, with the paddle, you need to hold on to it with both hands at all times. If you don't, someone to the left, the right, or behind you is going to end up with summer teeth. Some are here, some are there. So we all heard it before, we kind of laughed. He's like, it's not funny. It happened to a kid a couple weeks ago. So we're all like, okay, there's another thing we kind of need to be concerned about. So we get in the water, everyone's excited, and the guide is just screaming, super intense. You can tell this is not going to be a scenic float down the river looking at wildlife. The water is extremely fast, extremely high, it's moving. So he's giving us instructions, telling we need to work as a team, we need to do better, this or that. Somebody loses a paddle pretty quick as we start, and I have to give them mine because they're in a little bit different spot than I'm at. My wife's already without a paddle because she's got some balance issues, so she's kind of sitting in the middle. So there's one person that's afraid, is super scared and wants to get out. She's convinced to stay. So we get through this. We get to the point where we just kind of regroup with the other group that we're with, and everything's going well. And the guy's like, "All right, this is big stuff here. We have to pay attention. If we don't pay attention, we're going to end up in serious trouble. We've got rocks in intense rapids." So we get through all of this, probably a couple times that we need to do the lean-in thing so the boat doesn't tip, and a couple times where you feel like you're going to go right under the water and get flipped over. Make it through all that, get to the end of the route. The guy's like, okay, everyone did a good job. We're all, adrenaline's pumping, we're all excited. I need everyone to crouch, put your paddles in the boat, and crouch down as low as you can. Like, oh, this is interesting. So because the water level is so high and the water is so fast, we go into this bridge. And basically, if you don't crouch down, you get knocked out of the boat or worse. So everyone kind of does that. We get through it. We get to the end. Everyone's excited. It was a great experience, intense, frightening at times. I'm super proud of my wife. She did a great job. She's talking to the guide as we're all kind of debriefing, getting our gear off, changing our clothes. The owner of the place tells her that the guides are apprehensive about going because the water level is so high and it was so fast, and that she did a great job. So I'm super proud of my wife. It's something she could put on her bucket list. I would definitely do it again. I don't know if my wife would, but if you get the chance to go, I would definitely do it. If you're in the Denver, Colorado area, definitely check out Clear Creek Rafting.